everyone to a new vlog. I'm so excited. It is Halsey day. I am going to the For My Last Trick tour and I'm so excited. I have not seen her live since her Badlands tour, and I mean that was forever ago, it feels like, and now I get to see her again and I'm so pumped. I adore Halsey with my entire soul. She's one of my favorite artists. Manic is one of my favorite albums of all time. Not even just from her, just in general, but really everything she does is just wonderful. And I've heard so many good things about this show. I've been trying to, like, I've been watching snippets of it that people have been posting, but I've tried not to watch too much because I do want a little bit of surprise for myself. But I'm very excited. It seems like it's gonna be so super fun and I just can't wait to see. I've heard that she does kind of like surprise songs every night, so it's a little bit different every tour, so I'm really excited to see what we get. I didn't really go for a theme for the concert necessarily. I know some people are dressing up as like different decades based on her most recent Greatest Impersonator album. Some people are doing like looks and outfits inspired by things that she's worn. I just kind of went with my spooky dramatic self and I love it. I did film it for like Instagram and Reels and TikTok and all that good stuff, so that'll be up probably before this vlog, if not soon. Anyway, and I'm just wearing basic black dress harness, what I typically wear. If I'm doing anything that involves dressing up, it's usually some sort of black dress with a harness, and yeah. But I'm gonna bring you along. I am going to live in the moment a good bit, but I will film some stuff just because not only do I want to bring you along and share it with you, I also like looking back on those sorts of memories because I feel like, at least for me, when you're at a concert, it can be so easy to get so sucked in, and then looking back, it's hard to even remember it because it's so fleeting, you know, it's just one moment, one night. So it is nice for me to have those moments to look back on, and I'm really excited. I haven't been to a concert in a while. I don't think I've been to one since the Eras tour, and that was 2 years ago. So I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be just so unbelievably fun. We're leaving in about 30 minutes actually, so that's very exciting. We're just gonna swing by, pick up some food, and head out and head to Tampa. It's gonna be so much fun. If you are going, or I guess if you were there, I should say, I hope you had so much fun. If you're going at all, let me know, like, if you've already been or if you have tickets. I'm so curious. I can't wait. Let me know what your favorite Halsey albums or songs are. I think if I had to pick one favorite song from her, it's 929 off of the Manic album. I love that song so much, but there's too many favorites. Too many favorites, honestly. Bells of Santa Fe from If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power album. I love that song. I think about it all the time. That's probably also in my tops for sure. But again, there's just too many favorites. Too many favorites. This weekend's also gonna be fun because tomorrow, I think my plan is to swap out my home decor. If you've been here before, you know. I like to switch up my decor seasonally because it's just so fun for me. I'm very much a homebody, so making sure my home is like, I don't know, fun and exciting and fresh just feels good to me, and it's just fun for me. So for the last few months, it's been very spring-a-ween vibes, spooky spring, spooky Easter, Easterween, if you will. That time is over. It's Memorial Day weekend now. I don't do anything for Memorial Day, but it does feel like the mark of the start of summer. I know that summer's technically another month away, but in Florida, it's summer. It's summer already. There's no denying it. So we'll be switching out to some summerween decor, so I think that's the plan tomorrow. So this weekend's just gonna be so fun between Halsey and Summerween. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. Oh, we did watch the new Fear Street last night on Netflix. Fear Street Prom Queen. It was so fun. Like, it was stupid. Very just like cheesy, stupid, 80s themed prom horror. But it was super fun. Like, it was exactly what I expected it to be. Just like cheesy prom, cheesy deaths. It was a good time. So if you like a cheesy, silly good time, you should watch it because it was just, I don't know, fun way to spend an evening. But I'm just gonna finish my last little bit of getting stuff together so we can head out and we're gonna have so much fun. I am so excited. It's gonna be just an absolute blast. We are the winning, and this song's called Satisfied.
am I?
Where? Where? What will you wear?
Where to what?
To the show. It's time to go. There's no use going back to yesterday. You're a different person then.
Well, then who am I now?
This whole thing just feels like some sort of beautiful dream, doesn't it? Body carries sadness, holding on to memories and it's crazy when you love the most is the detriment and let that sink in. Oh, 'cause I keep taking myself down deeper. I won't stop till I get where you are. I'm the only girl alive in LA County. Flashing those eyes, like highways, the light will not bring him. Oh,
I'm gonna need some help with this one. Okay.
I could always hide, but sometimes it might get to me that things on all their mind. Great impersonator. Thank you so much, everybody. That's our show. Thank you so much.
Riku, would you like to say hello? He is usually the first one to join. Wanda's here too. Hi, Wanda. Last night was so fun. She just puts on such a great show, and it was divided kind of like half and half. Like the first half was very like whimsical, kind of Alice in Wonderland theme, and like everything had like its own like specific vibe going along the story. And then the second half was very much just her kind of going back to just her in the audience and not like a whole show. And her playing Is There Somewhere and like walking through the audience was so cool. But Zane and I had a great time, don't get me wrong. But there was this gaggle of literal children 2 rows ahead. It was so odd though, because leading up to the show's starting, like it's literally probably like what, 8 to 10 children, like little girls.
It was a huge group, and then like some of the moms.
Yeah.
It was like 2 or 3
And they
moms.
could not have been older than 11 or 12 max. And some looked as young as 8 or 9. Like they were pretty small. But they're all just like, you know, on their phones, on TikTok, just like taking pictures constantly.
Yeah,
they're like
Snapchat.
jumping around the different seats to each other. Like, I mean, they were being kids. But then the show starts and they all stand up on their chairs and they're just like shining their flashes everywhere. It was a little crazy.
Yeah, I did see that one of the girls behind one of the moms turned her flash on, and the mom turned around and was like, no, turn it off.
Oh, that's good.
Because I think she was like, it shined right behind her, so I think she was like, ooh, that's gonna get
because for the most
agitated.
part, the parents didn't seem to care at all what these kids were doing. But thankfully, I had the luxury that the 2 seats on the other side of Zane, I guess nobody bought
they were
them.
empty.
So we just scooted down. So like they were literally not in our way even slightly. But eventually like people behind
It was
us like
after,
shouted
2
at them
after,
to like
2
sit
songs,
down.
This lady said, get off the chairs.
Because I mean, they were so tall. Like them standing on the chair is taller than most adults.
And
That's
I
just
heard
how
her
it works.
say, she's like, sorry, I'm a teacher. I have to yell at kids for a living. And people around her were like, no, good for you. So good job, lady. That was great.
But it was just wild. Like, I swear the only song that they even remotely danced to was Without Me at the very end, which is a very popular radio song.
Like there was like half the kids who I saw like singing like almost every song, but then there was just some kids who
Like probably at least half did not
only
seem to care.
knew the popular songs and they were just on their phone.
Yeah, literally. It was just very odd.
And they kept screaming. They really wanted someone to tell happy birthday to the one girl.
Yeah, and like no one was gonna
But
sing.
they were it was too far back. We were too far back. That's not gonna
Very
happen.
much so. Very much so.
At
And
the-
like,
at
I
the
know
front-
you guys are smart enough if you have children and take them to concerts, not to like let them act a fool. But it's wild that like not theater etiquette. We're not even in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Concert etiquette was just like not a thing.
Yeah, 'cause
Not a thing.
They were definitely the youngest people that I saw in our
Oh,
vicinity.
in our vicinity for
But
sure.
someone did get their birthday wished by Halsey when she was in the front.
Yeah, during the Is There Somewhere part, yeah.
And she was like, "Happy birthday!" That would have that probably made their.
I
whole-
probably would have just died. I would have been like, life is complete. But overall, it was a really, really good show. And the kids really didn't impact our show negatively. It was just kind of like, what is happening
Yeah, it
over
was
here?
like people watching in between songs.
Yeah.
Like, all right, what are they doing now?
Crazy. But I am going to start tidying up the spooky spring decor and start bringing out the summerween decor. Wanda's already smelling one of the totes. She's like, ooh, summer. So I'll show you a quick overview of what the before looks like, the coffee area, living room. That's pretty much it. Like, if you've been here before, you know, Halloween is where most of the decor comes from. And I just kind of switch out other seasonal stuff as the year progress. And summer is definitely the most minimal, but I did pick up some stuff over the years
We got some
that
new
just
stuff.
kind of fit summer vibes, but with a spooky element. So I'm excited to see it all come together, but let's get started. This was my like bunny graveyard situation. Are you helping with the tour?
She is.
You're doing such a good job. I have just like, you know, random like stuff on end tables, this little console table back here, just like pastel-y skulls and stuff. Little just centerpiece setup. I had some just sprinkles of like eggs and things back on this shelf, and then the coffee bar, which is always so fun, but like lots of just like spooky spring mugs, pastels, little sprinkles of bunnies, my old Joanna Parkers. This is just years of collecting from like Home Goods and places like that. And then top shelf just has kind of a scattering of random pastel-y pops. So I'm gonna trade out pretty much anything that screams spring, save that for next year, and then start bringing out the summery stuff. And that's gonna be exciting, because then after that it's Halloween. This is way easier than Christmas and Halloween. The fact that all of this fits in like one table. All the spring is back and accounted for. Riku's helping. He's doing a great job. We have It Chapter 1 as background noise because that was just giving summerween. All right, I got my small summerween collection, not counting some blankets. Are you guys having fun? That are already in the washing machine, but I'm gonna start just filling in some of these areas and it's gonna be good. All right, here's the living room vibe now that everything is cleaned up and we have the new things out. I guess we'll just start here at this console table. Nothing's lit up because it's middle of the day, but I just have my spooky fruits over here along this table. And then in the living room itself, we have kind of just bright, I feel like bright pink and bright orange are my favorite kind of scheme for a summerween with pops of lime green. Just like, look how fun. The pink and orange bats, it's just so stinking cute. Over here I have my Willow pillow from Drag Race, some old like aquatic squishmallows, but I thought they looked cute against the orange ghosty. And then over here again, nothing's lit up, but just pops of bright pink and orange amidst all the black spooky, the spooky trees and stuff like that. I need to change the background lighting though. I'll probably change that to like either a pink or an orange. I'll see what looks better. Maybe even a green actually. And then I just popped these two blankets on the blanket ladder. I thought the like lime green spider web was really cute against the pink and orange bats again. And then it does get more simple as we get over here. It's pretty much the same. I just took down the spring stuff. I have these like swimsuit skeletons one of my clients gave me, and then I threw these like colorful ghosties, and I just kept the disco balls because I thought they were summery. Hi sweetie, do you like the summer? Do you love summerween, Leela? That's so sweet. And then the coffee bar, I have this little like purpley cauldron that I put these old lollipops. These were from my summerween birthday party last year, but they just look cute. And then all my coffee stirrers. And then this row has a bunch of spooky mugs. I did kind of a mixture of ones that were like kind of summery with like the bright pops of color. This one was actually out for spring, but I kept it out for summer as well. But again, like the pink and orange just does something for me. I don't know what it is, but I mixed that amongst some other just like spooky mugs. Like I threw some Beetlejuice in there because I thought the splash of green was really fun for this. And then not really much up here. I just put these like acrylic ghosties that you can see kind of, like they're subtle. But like when the light hits them, you can kind of see that little bit of a ghosty. It's very cute. Here's the fruits with the lights. The pair doesn't work. We just fought with it for longer than I care to admit. Actually, I think a lot of these batteries are dying. They probably need a refresh, but that's the general gist. They look very cool. And then I did change that background color to like a bright pink. I think it looks so fun with this, and I threw on a autumn cozy ambiance to fit the vibes. And I did light these fake candles, and I did rearrange this center just a little bit so I could add a big candle in the center, and I think it looks so fun, so cozy, so cute, so summery, but still spooky. Made some summerween smash burgers to finish the vibes. It came out cute. Zane's also has the vibes, but it came out a little uglier. So this is the photographed one, but just a fun little something. Happy Monday. I figured since today's technically a holiday, like it's a holiday weekend, we could just continue the vlog through today. It's not as exciting though as like the past 2 days, but still a couple things we're gonna get up to. I worked on some filming and now I'm gonna take a break from that. We actually need to pluck the tomatoes off of our tomato plant. If you remember from like, gosh, a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, we planted a tomato plant and it finally has lots of tomatoes on it. I mean, it started getting them probably over the last month or so, but now there's a lot. And I was conversing with my friend Linda from Glitter Follow, who is a plant genius. And she was like, yep, go ahead and start plucking those tomatoes off or else they're just gonna get eaten by birds. And I was like, okay. So we're gonna do that. And then we are gonna swing by Barnes & Noble just because it is double points day. And I don't really need a whole lot more books for sure, but there are a couple things that I do have my eye on that I'm like, I might as well get them now if I'm gonna get extra points. And then this evening, we're actually meeting up with our friends Christina and Jesse to go to the Bat House. The bats go flying every single evening, and I've never once driven out there to go see them. So I think we're just gonna go like wander near the lake and go check out the bats, and it's gonna be so much fun. So that's the plans for today, but let's go pluck some tomatoes and head to Barnes. Here she is. She's looking good. Oh, we have a couple that fell down. What are these ones called again, Zane?
Midnight snack.
Midnight snack. Because we were concerned that they were like kind of like blackish.
Yeah, they start out
but then
very dark.
We realized it's because that's the kind that we bought.
Yeah, like this.
But they're really tasty. I had one, was it yesterday or this morning?
It was yesterday.
It was good. So I guess we take them.
Yep.
And do we pluck them in our very stained Tupperware? Very aesthetic. This is your reminder that your life does not need to be an aesthetic. You can use an old sauce-stained Tupperware for anything.
Yeah, and I was told as long as it's got red, they're good to go. So we'll take some.
Look at us. We're gardeners. We're playing Animal Crossing in real life.
Look at this one.
That's baby. That's baby.
Nice
Our
little
feast.
harvest.
Got books. And Zane got cards.
I got Magic Pack.
Did you get anything good?
Let's find out.
Did you get anything with a cat on it?
No, this set's all about dragons.
It's a good dragon card. I don't know what any of these mean.
Oh, this is a good one.
Does this cost a lot of money?
It's probably 20 bucks.
We just made $20. Are you gonna sell it?
Probably, because I don't need it.
Well, that's great. How much did the pack cost?
Probably 5-ish.
Is that gambling?
I mean, if you're going to make money, then it is, but I just want cards.
We got books, though. You want to do your book haul first?
I did get a book.
Zane got one book.
I've read all of Sanderson's
Sandy.
Cosmere, and Betty Jean always makes fun of me for skipping Frugal Wizards.
Well, yeah, he loves
Just 'cause
Brandy
it was
Sandy and doesn't have this
always
Brandy
at the
Sandy
bookstore,
book.
because it came out last year. And so I was like, you know what?
It's a very
Let's
floppy
read it.
book.
Yeah, it's a big paperback.
I like the shade of blue. It's pretty. Then I ended up getting 4 books. So I got 2 Twisted Crowns because I'm reading the first one right now. I'm like, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through it. I'm really liking it so far. And I've heard literally nothing but good things about the book, so I don't see myself starting to dislike it at this point. So I figured I might as well get the second one because I have to. And then I picked up a Frida McFadden. I think this is a newer one because I only saw this recently, The Tenant. So we'll see. A relentless mix of secrets, lies, and jaw-dropping shocks. The fact that I said that without getting tongue twisted.
Jaw-dropping shocks. That is a bit of a tongue twister.
Then I also got the Villains duology from V.E. Schwab. I've heard really good things about this duology. I've read Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which was one of my favorite books last year. I read, or am currently reading, the Shades of Magic trilogy. I just have one more to go. And I've heard really good things about the Villains duology. It seems like a good premise. It's like, there was a blurb on one of the handwritten cards in there. It was like it's like 2 best friends. One is destined to be a hero, one's destined to be a villain. They like turn into superheroes or something like that. I could be wrong, but I saw something about that. Well, that sounds fun. So we got our books, got our haul, and now we're gonna go home and do a mixture of relax and myself YouTube work until we go to the Bat House later.
Yep.
Have you been to the Bat House?
It's been a long time.
But you have been?
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
I think I had to go for a class in college.
Your geology class?
Yes.